Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, we are in for one hell of a night. We are starting this just a little bit early. Everybody's frustrations running through the roof because of this, as we all know, update going on. KTatty up here in the booth, as always with me on a Wednesday. I see we do have ourselves a Mick surprise. What's up, McLovin? He's going to help us out, be a cameo, as always up here too, Puddin'. Tatty, go ahead and take it away for just a couple seconds. Explain why we're in public lobby tonight.
Because PlayStation is trash. So what happened is they did a system update today, and that system update made it to where we can't set up a private lobby and invite the drivers into it. So because of that, I set it up. We have a public lobby set up. There will be no qualifying, simply because in that scenario, in a public lobby, you can't set it at 4% qualify and then change it over to a 50%. So unfortunately, these guys didn't get qualified tonight, so I set up a lobby. I told them when the lobby was up, let them all join. It was a free-for-all on starting positions, and on the front row tonight, we'll have El Parco with Country Caliber, followed by Dark Humor, Big Jim, and Just Ken.
See, what I am scared about is Parco on the front row in front of a bunch of fast guys. Man, he was just going to clog that field up. What do you think there, McLovin? Welcome to the booth tonight.
I might be a little biased, but I honestly believe El Parco's going to go out here and lead every lap, alright?
I'll bet you $50 because I'm in Vegas. I'm a gambling man. I say opposite.
I am not willing to take that bet, okay, Puddin'?
All right. Thanks again for being up here. Tatty again is going to help us out. Might even be our IRR for the custom race. I see again. We are getting ready to do. Mr. Tatty is the one helping us, and thank you guys for all your patience out there. We all woke up. We all saw the message. We all got confused, and let me tell you what, it has been frustrating on so many levels, but with numerous hard work from our trusty CEO and captain, he has helped figure this out. That is why we are live, walking and rolling, getting ready to bring you Giggity Preset Cup on a Dover Wednesday night. Don't forget to stay tuned. We got the custom guys up for this in Season 5.0.
You can join that lobby. I don't know who took over. It'll be one of our drivers.
All right, yeah, we got to get be able to get in there real quick. So bear with us again. A little bit different circumstances tonight.
Blakey T is the lobby host if you're looking for it. Good.
All right, and that's not a not everybody out there though should be trying to find Blakey T's.
Honestly, if you're looking for Blakey T's,
it's third page all the way at the bottom.
And you're going to have to look at him as he has his camera on tonight. So if you're easily scared, I'm going to strongly advise don't go on to his YouTube.
Yeah, I saw him on there too. Good luck to him. Glad to have him back. He's been going through some stuff, but man, yeah, keep your feed, not the camera.
Yeah, before you guys get over there to look at and check that out, you should also know, even though it is the Halloween month and there are costumes out this year,
that's not a mask.
Yeah, his is not a mask. Unfortunately, I did not back out in time. So the 9 car started on the pole, but on the outside lane. He was able to get down, looks like.
Oh, these tires are wonderful, boys.
We are on board. Now that you pit, I'm going to have to... First car will always be clicking right back onto him. Speaking of tires, the balloon action. Everybody running around on 400,000 mile plus shocks. Look at them tires bounce up and down. El Parco in the 9 car pulling away from Country Caliber in that 11 preset cup.
I really just think it's more of a
got a caution already, guys.
Oh, caution on the track.
That means that somebody wrecked.
Booger McFarland says you're probably right.
Thank you, Booger.
Oh, Master Light said he said, man, I'm glad you guys got this figured out. Great to have you out there wide open, too. He's out there. He said, why did I get booted? Well, now he knows why he got booted. It was nothing against you, buddy. But yeah, great to have him out there. And we are already under our first yellow flag here in the great state. I wouldn't say great, but it is a state of Delaware.
Real quick, I want to explain.
Delaware's the state.
Yeah. Anybody wondering why I waited so long to get out of the lobby? Keep in mind, once I got the timer going, I was the lobby host. We didn't know who was going to take over it after, so I had to watch as close as I could to make sure no random driver got into the lobby as time was expiring. I would have had to pause it and boot them out. So if anybody in here got booted out of the lobby, I'm sorry. This was for race night. It wasn't just the practice lobby.
And we are going to rack them and stack them. We are back under green flag. The 11 or the 1 and the 32. The 32 is making his debut tonight here in Giggity Racing. That is Big Jim 11. Chooses to get out there. Parko's going to make a move to the inside. Here comes the 1. There are 3 wide. Going under the bridge. Going into turn 3. What the hell are they thinking already?
I don't know if you can say that on air.
Great move by the 9, though.
You're going to get reported.
Yeah, we can't be recorded, by the way. I forgot about that.
Dirt Dog says Delaware is trash. He's not wrong.
The 9 back up front. Country Caliber right there. The 1, that is Nike Boy Will. 32 of Big Jim's falling back just a little bit. And the 47, Just Ken. We are on board with him falling back. 2 lines here at Delaware, but 1 preferred line. There is 2 possible. Be careful, as we just saw it coming out for 4 and 2. The wall and Just Ken was our first victim of that we saw on air.
Breathe.
I'm feeling pretty good today. Can't say why, but I'm feeling pretty good. I'm excited. We're racing.
This 9 and 11 have kind of checked out from the 1 car in 3rd place.
Oh, 3 seconds. Oh, God, Dirt Dog, you are killing me right now. Wow.
Oh, a little bit of almost contact right there between the 4 and the 1. That is Nike Boy. That is who we were on board with. The 32 of Big Jim's trying to make a move back to the inside. The 11 of Country Caliber and the 1 and only Mr. Parks himself, more than he's ever been parked, is leading the way going into turns 1 and 2.
Am I the only one that read that yet, or what?
That read what? I can't read.
Dirt Dog's most recent. Oh,
Wow.
And we are under caution. The 1 is backwards. There is a car flipping. If you watch the broadcast right there, the 12 is around. That is Banker. And wow, Dirt Dog always being very humorous right there. But man, that car, look at that on the broadcast, flying over the 1 of Nike Boy Will. I'm assuming on these preset guys are going to come down here, get themselves 4 freshies, belly full of fuel, and you all know what I love to say. We're going to rack them and stack them again here.
Yeah, out there in YouTube land, we have a, some people call it caution meter, keep track of how many cautions we've had tonight. Fortunately for us, we have Nuka Bob out there. He's going to be keeping track of the terrible decision meter, the terrible decision counter, I apologize. And that is number 2, as this is our 2nd yellow flag of the event.
Hey,
I like that.
You're normally the guy with the over-under on cautions. What is your, what's the magic number tonight?
I do have a question for you, too, as well, KTatty. With these short runs like this, would you be willing to stay out and maybe take a chance on these, 5 to 10% burn tires, or are you going to come in every time?
Me personally, well, with this many cars on the track, there's 18 drivers on the track, so personally, I'm going to try to fit and get the fresh tires, especially in the stages, early in the stage, but stage 1's only a 37-lap stage, so you might think about staying out. Track position is going to be key, keeping in mind that only the top 3 finishers receive stage points.
1 mile concrete track, though, for these preset guys. They may not have a great handling car right off of the rip, depending upon what they chose, though. So I like what you would do to get your track position, to get yourself up front, especially with the special way that we had to start the race. 4 fresh tires. That Dover is always a great thing in my mind.
Tell you what, Puddin', you ever thought about being a rapper? You have the lungs for it.
An auctioneer, maybe?
4 car hits the apron.
I have a neighbor.
We have another caution, it looks like.
Neighbor.
who was the privileged the other night to listen to my neighbor? Break it down.
Fantastic, man. He could really freestyle. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was so good.
Sounded like something you've heard about 100 times, though.
It sounded like he definitely rehearsed that in his bathroom mirror or something like that, man. It was.
And as everybody else, we're going to take a look at that 4 car. He is no longer Dark Humor. He was tired of being called Dark Knight Jr. He is now the Quack Master himself. We'll call him Emilio Duck Humor. Changed his name, guys.
Hey,
Emilio!
Big Levin, while we're under caution here to go with what you asked last time, they're coming down to about 20 laps remaining in this stage. So if it's me right now, I'm probably making my final pit stop, and as long as I don't accrue any damage from here on out, I'm probably going to run this set of tires till the end of the stage, trying to get track position.
Did anybody else get that movie reference, by the way, or am I just showing my age?
Showing your age.
I think what's going to be real crazy is I noticed it when this game actually first came out, that the second stage is so much longer. on this game.
More than double.
It's
78
yeah, it's like
laps,
70, 78 laps. Now you're really going to have to be able to have a really good long run pace in this next stage.
We just saw it. We talked about it too. El Parco coming out of turn 2, clipped that wall just a little bit, gave the opportunity for Duck Humor and Big Jim to get underneath him. You're going to want that car to handle. A lot of people probably want to run a little bit of a looser setup to get the car to rotate here, maybe one click tighter than what you want to help stay off of that wall, guys. As Country Caliber in that 11 is definitely pulling away. Battle for second and third, the 32, the 4, and the 9.
47 around with the 12, the 18, the 16, huge wreck.
Oh, that's not good for those guys. That is a lot of damage, and we are seeing the one and only two, Blakey T, coming back, helping. Glad he's everything all right. But his fans out there watching him probably don't want to see that disgusted face, because he is now caught up in that too. But we are going to go down again, rack him and stack him there, Icy.
Looks like the 88 of UK also got a little bit of damage to that. That was just a big pile up.
Should we golf clap?
I hear you breathing.
Not quite yet. Not quite yet, Puddin'.
You know, this is unfortunate, but it's kind of what I expected here with this style racing. Without the qualifying, you don't have the faster cars necessarily up front to start out. We do have some of the faster guys up there, of course, but you have others that are trying to work their way up. And so, also being presets, the reason a lot of these guys run presets, they just don't have the time.
Damn it, Taddy, always clicking back to you here.
And because of that, they will. You have some of the guys that don't get as much practice time behind the guys that practice all the time. So some of these guys are a little looser on these cold tires and trying to get used to the track as well. Well, you got a guy that's got his line already made and going about probably 10 miles an hour faster on exit.
Back under green flag, Duck Humor right up on the outside, Country Caliber right there, Big Jim is inside, and El Parco. Those guys have been consistent in the top 5, like you just brought up. It is a unique situation without qualifying, but I kind of like this. McLovin touched on this off the air while we were all trying to figure out how to get into a chat as we see the 11 start to pull 3 cars on the 32. These guys, with the, invertage, throw that inversion in there like that, put the faster guys in the back, whoever clicked in first, luck of the draw. I can say that since I'm out in Vegas, that will definitely make things interesting tonight.
We got another wreck. Wow.
I don't think that one's going to bring out a caution, though. The 24 seems to be wrecking by himself.
That is Jake, and that he is probably not a happy camper as the 32 is taking that Ford Mustang, trying to get behind that 11 Toyota.
I just gotta say, I think Jake just got caught up in a McDouble and it didn't work out the way he wanted it to. It was pretty bad.
Jake was just rude.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Top 3 half breaking away just a little bit. New car making an appearance up there. That is the, appears to be the 12. Duck Humor right behind them. No, that is the 21, excuse me. We're going to go back just a little bit. 7th, 8th right there. There was good battling going on back here.
Oh, we got another one around. Was that the 2 car? Caution is out.
Higgins has spun himself.
In the 19 of flirt involved.
While we're under this caution there'll be about 10 laps to go in this stage when we get going green again. I want to announce, we mentioned Blakey T is back this week, but more importantly than the fact that Blakey T is returning, as well as with that car comes the crew chief of the 34, Hot Dog Charlie, is back on the kickoff.
I knew where you were going to go with that.
With all these early cautions, Hot Dog has gotten that car running pretty good. Blakey T started dead last in the field, and he's now running up in about the 10th position. So Hot Dog Charlie and Blakey T working well together today, guys.
Look like they're utilizing some of that spicy mustard to get that thing rolling.
We're probably going to restart with, about 8 to go here, Taddy? I do think some guys are going to pull strategy, maybe pit here and maybe take 2 or stay out at the end of the stage, honestly.
We're going to rack them and stack them. Big Jim in the 32 and Country Caliber in that 11, the 21, and El Parco. That's how we're going to bring them down to the green flag is in the air.
I'll let you know as soon as they cross line.
Contact being made. El Parco decided to give that 32 Mustang a little nudge there. Tried to park him. Didn't quite work. Big Jim falls back. Parco back up there again. 4 wide battle back here in the middle of the pack. Let's see if we can get there real quick.
8 laps to go this time by, guys. Once they get to line.
They are 4 wide for the 16.
That is a pucker factor. Car is sliding into the wall. The 2 smacks the inside wall hard. The 47 back around. Caution out again. Just Ken, in the words of NRG. He hates it here tonight.
Yeah, the number 8 of Pro 75 literally went airborne over pit wall and is parked backwards in Duck Humor's pit. Amazing work.
Unfortunately, guys, foot-long Hot Dog Charlie just became a 6-inch. That car was crinkled from the front to the rear, involved in that crash with the 34 Blakey T.
His night not cut short, but just cut off a little bit.
There's no relish on that car tonight.
Yeah, I spun Higgins. I think he spun himself. Maybe it's those tires that we're looking at again. But these guys, now's the chance to come down, get that damage repaired. You do want to get that fixed. You do have the stage coming up here, which will be pretty short, actually, after we take a
handful of laps here, I would believe. Do you have any update on that, Tatty?
Yeah, probably. I won't know until Blakey P crosses the line, and it's that little delay because it's his YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
Country Caliber, Big Jim, and the El Parco. That's your top three. 21 to the outside. Country Caliber gets him cleared. 5 to go. We just heard. Take it, guys.
El Parco is all over the rear country. And we are 4 wide again in the back of the pack, and the 12 gets into the wall, and they're all around again. Big one.
There is things called patience. We're going to have to learn it. You cannot go 4 wide here. 2 definitely works. Long race. Don't put damage on your car and give yourself that chance to try to work through the field with some pit strategy also. But starting in the back, having to fix that damage every time is not a good idea.
Wow. The game literally just said, screw you guys, no caution for that. Nike
3 wide for second, third, and fourth.
Really, really damaged up.
The flagman.
Damn you, Tommy Two-Tone!
The flagman did report. He said, screw you guys, I'm going home.
So on top of all the updates that we have been dealing with, again, glad to see the wheel and tire issue that we are communicating and seeing over here in Heat 5 is still inactive. Big Jim back there in third. Here comes Quack himself to the outside. Can't get the move done on the 11. Here comes the 21, making a move to the inside of that 32. Can he get it done? Yes, he will make it stick.
Does Duck Humor use the bump and run here to get the stage win for these points?
I don't think he quacks him quite yet.
Not quite yet.
No. 3 to go, I would quack him, but not yet. Not for a stage. He's solidified points right now for the end of the stage, so keep those. Be happy with it.
He's got to run here, though. He's got to run. He's going. Oh,
a little bit of a block. That was a frozen pond the Duck could not land on.
Duck Humor is definitely getting to the corner better than the 11 right now.
Without a doubt. And here's that 21, 2 pounding on the back bumper, shaking that tail feather of the Duck. Big Jim in the 32 making a move to the inside. Battle for third.
14 just got in the wall and lost about a good 6 spots right there.
This is the white flag lap.
Jake has made his way all the way up here. Yeah, he was caught up there earlier.
It's a stage win.
Yeah, that was the stage.
Looks like we got Country in first, Duck in second, and isn't that your dude there in the 32 pudding?
That is Big Jim making his debut tonight, yes.
Third place in stage 1. Not bad at all. I really do feel like these guys on these next pit stops need to make sure they get these lug nuts tight, though. They're looking real loose out there.
I mean, you know, it's really hard. You know, we're talking about all these crashes and people are all kind of all over the place, but it's really hard not to crash when you don't have any tires under the car, and they've got to be feeling the vibration.
Oh, yeah, they did not balance those tires without a doubt. But as many cautions we've had, any adjustments that you want to make, I think that you've had a chance to get those in there now. There's been a little bit of a change-up up here. Big Jim and the 11 coming down. They're going to bring it out into stage 2. Cocoa Money Mike just played the Cocoa Mountains. Great course. He says, do I hear a McMuffin? Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Mick, yes.
That's big facts.
Did you guys give the top 10 of the stage results? I don't know if you did or not.
We gave the top 3. I don't know if they did.
Okay, after the top 3 was Patton, then Jake came back and got in top 5. UK Wildcats, A-Trout, Blakey T, and Hot Dog Charlie in 8th. Just Ken and I spun Higgins rounding up the top 10.
And speaking of spinning, the 20 car has spun on the apron by himself. He is a good straightaway behind the field now.
34 makes a move to the inside of the 47. Just Ken doing a good job keeping it up there high. That is Blakey T and El Parco going to make a move under the inside. Just Ken keeps it off the wall. This is the battle probably for about the 10th spot. These guys making their way back up. Country Caliber starting to pull about 4 or 5 car lengths on Big Jim with the 21 right there. 12 gets underneath 47. He needs to get to that lower line. Again, just because there's 2 lines doesn't always mean you want to be there. That is not the preferred line. It's here comes Flirt in the 19 as they're 3 wide right in front of him coming out of 2. The 18, that is A-Tron. He hits the wall.
Oh, 14 around. Elite Precision just gets doored by the 20. Oh my god. He might be in some trouble.
Oh, we got a
there.
Ryan Morgan sighting. This is not good, guys. We have a Ryan Morgan sighting. Uh-oh.
So, unfortunately, what's going to happen here with that caution, if we were to go caution-free, which I understand this is looking very unrealistically, but if we could go caution-free...
Can't go caution-free. We had 6.
Well, I mean in Stage 2, from here to the end of Stage 2, if they were to go caution-free from here on out in this stage, this actually could become a fuel mileage run, as most drivers are going to get about 35 to 36 laps to the tank, and they're going to need about 37 to 38 per... to make this a one-stop stage from here on out, unless another caution comes before.
All right, let's take a real quick YouTube vote out there in YouTube land as we're getting ready to bring these guys back under caution. Mrs. Puddin has some family come in. They are down at the strip. She is making a stew. Now, I seasoned that stew to my liking. Does she notice or does she not? Let's take a vote on who says what. Country Caliber, Big Jim, bringing them back down to green. Oh, Ryan Morgan with all his... Yes. You know, one of these nights I will put my teeth in just for you, RKN. Just for you, buddy. Big Jim making a big power move to the outside. Go ahead, McLovin.
I was going to say that 32 got a really good run here in both of these corners of this middle lane. Like, I think he's going to clear him off of turn 4. Yep.
New leader, Ford Mustang, KMS, making his debut up there. Country Caliber not going to let him get out of his rearview mirror, though. Too wide behind him.
Oh, Tackleberry just got tackled. He is not moving.
There is reports out there, too, that the one that is Nike Boy Will out of the Canucks camp, or he is lagging just a little bit. We will check on him, that just see what's going on right there. But the 12 gets a little loose coming off. Big Jim gets himself another lap lead here in his debut in Giggity Racing. Country Caliber not going to let him get off of that bumper real quick, though. Toyota Ford Crime up front.
Breaking news, this is not Big Jim's debut in Giggity Racing.
Well, I thought it was. So, you know what? You could have told me that before. You made me look like a schmuck.
No, it's his debut in the Cup Series, but he did start in the development where he had to race.
Country Caliber, the leader, hits the apron and gets into the wall. Wow.
Yeah, hard contact. We were on board with him, and he kept it up there, kept it off of the wall. Much respect to him. Did not bring out the caution there, but does now have a marathon of a race to get back in front of these guys in front of him.
So, Mo Power just showed the wall more damage?
They need Mo Concrete now.
Oof.
Tom Horton is always muted, as always, Icy. But Big Jim is liking what he's got going on right now. Unfortunate accident for the 11 who was sitting right there, but he is starting to pull away. He has at least 10 cars as they are battling right there back there, 4th, 2nd, and 3rd. That is flirting with disaster in the 12.
You know, guys, I say this every time we have a Wreckfest type race, which this one has turned into it. But sometimes we all know that there'll be a wreck that the game doesn't throw caution for. And unfortunately, whenever you're having one of these really rough races like that, almost all the drivers, that's what you need, is you need a wreck to happen that doesn't bring the caution out, spread the field out, get some good green flag laps, and even the guys that wreck, that'll give you time to be able to come back depending on how much damage you get. But unfortunately, the 11 is the car that's involved in that incident, and he's a front runner, but maybe he'll be able to work his way back up.
I'll tell you this, Big Jim has Mick checked out, and he's not looking back. He is booking it around this track right now.
Now, Tatty, again, just to let everybody know, if Big Jim wins, because of how many races he is not locked into the championship. He's not eligible because he was signed after they missed the 6th race amount. So he is strictly driving for pride, points for himself, just points for himself and his team.
Right.
Good, thanks for that follow-up.
What do you want me to say? You literally explained the whole thing. But yeah, so we have a 20-race regular season. Out of those 20 races, you must make 14 of them to be eligible for the playoffs. So even if Big Jim were to get a win, it would not lock him in simply because he will be unable to meet the 14-race requirement, as you'd already mentioned. So basically, I'm just the echo of everything that you said. So, right.
And let's jump on board real quick with the 24 of Jake Giroux, a name that has been brought up a lot here in Giggity. Numerous time champion, numerous series, and he has and he was involved in an accident earlier and has worked his way up to that 4th position. So good to see that for him. And he is locked in.
That may actually be why the 32 is winning. He may be the only car that is yet to be involved in an accident.
Yeah, since that last restart, all three of El Parco, Private Patton, and Jake Giroux have just moved their way through the field and are slowly trying to roll in this 32 car.
one of the longest green flag runs we've seen tonight, and it's starting to prevail. These cars are going to start getting on that, how do I say it, the icy side there, buddy?
Oh, for sure. It's going to be running like the Roval all over again.
That was a cue for Icy to come in there, too. No offense to you, I was just trying to...
I got you.
Icy, are you alive?
He didn't respond.
Icy has been in the freezer for too long, and he is now freezer burnt.
Somebody go to Gotham City and please thaw it out.
He is
Again.
also still trying to figure out which car the four and the 2 are driving this week.
Wide Open wants to know, would 3 wins, missing 6 races, give him an exemption into the win and you're in if he wins 3?
We don't Kyle Busch here.
That is a good question, though. Very good question.
The answer is no. Yeah. Good question, though. Yeah.
Private Pat and Parco, they had to, trying to get their way up there. That 32 Ford Mustang starting to pull away just a little bit. Yeah. With the draft is in effect. It's not super heavy.
No, they're not running them down, but they're inching their way there.
A-Trout, we saw him involved in a hard contact earlier. Looks like he is just sitting there patiently waiting, running through, not utilizing his car too much, making sure it'll handle and get through to the long run for him. Let's keep an eye on that Blakey T car. A lot of cars in front of him now.
Yeah, one of them being the 11 car of Country Caliber involved in that incident earlier, working his way back up through the field. I believe that is for position right there, and it is. So, great battle between Blakey T and Country Caliber as he's trying to make his way back up. But you see plenty of cars, so there's plenty of ground for the 11 car to make back up here.
I definitely believe Country Caliber has to be running a little bit of a looser setup, because the last about 4 or 5 laps, every time he's came off a corner, he's turned dead left.
Well, I'm not going to disagree that he's got a looser setup. However, with a lot of that damage that he's received, you can see the nose is crinkled up and stuff, so that might be an aero problem on the exit of these corners. So that might be half of his problem right now.
Oh, for sure.
Watching some of these guys too, they are not down there on that apron. They are running that 1 to 1.5 line, that second lane right there, and we are on board with Tackleberry, who did get himself another giggity W last year, first of the season. So we do see one car into the wall. Last week we had 1 caution at Talladega. It just so happened to be in the Preset Cup race on the last lap while Tackleberry was leading, so he is last week's previous race winner, struggling just a little bit here at Dover, Delaware.
And we have had a change for third and a battle. Private Patton has been passed by Jake Giroux, while these 3 still try to run down that 32 car. It looks like he's starting to gap again a little bit, so they're not really gaining on him.
The 20 of Big Dane, he's just having a horrible race. His crew chief, Little Greyhound, he's bringing him into the pits right now so they can repair some more damage.
Oh, man.
I know this new mic is not comfortable, it's not fun, but in situations like that, it's nice to be able to flip that thing up and mute so you guys can't hear me cackle like a little girl right now, because Daddy is killing me tonight.
And I believe we have a caution, guys.
Yeah, yellow on the track.
And the way that we know that happened is all of the cars slowed down. So that is a good signal. Thank you for that, McLovin. There is a McCaution out.
No problem, man. I feel bad for that 20 car. If he could have just stayed out another lap or two, though, that really would have helped his cause.
Actually, that's probably for the best for the 20. He didn't go a lap down once he got on the pit road. The leaders did not come back by. No. He was a lap down prior, but he did not lose another lap there. He was actually already on pit road. Then the caution came out. The leaders did not pass him, so he'll be able to get his car fixed without losing that lap. And if everybody pits here, actually, he can stay out and get that 1 lap that he was down back.
Yes, and I just got confirmation right there in a message. ICU's on the phone call, and looking through, T-Bird said, "Holy crap, the race is public." Yes, we've explained this, T-Bird. You get docked 5 points for not paying attention.
Actually, we're going to dock his captain for not informing him. So, Puddin', you're welcome.
We've already said it 18 times, and Country Caliber pulls to the back of the field, maybe just trying to get, not happy with the car, didn't pit, but he's like, whatever he did, he wanted to say, you know what, I'll try to work my way back up there, or let's get to stage 3. Go ahead, McLovin.
Oh, we got a caution. The 11 drops to the back just to get caught in another wreck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it was my thought process here, and the 11 dropped back like that, via where he was in the pack, kind of mid pack, you drop to the rear, you let the field spread out, and you pick up ground 1 by 1 instead of trying to be in that mix where people are going 4, 5, 8 wide, and that just didn't work out for him, as dropping to the back caused him to be in that wreck, as McLovin was saying.
That is just bad luck, though, to be real with you. You drop off pace like that and you still get caught in the accident, you're just not having a good time.
There's a lot of Mick facts getting thrown around tonight, though. I like it. Yes,
So,
they have
will
not
they have to pit again
fixed
from
the
here, Tatty?
wheels.
What?
Looking at like Blakey's fuel, are they going to have to pit again for sure, or is there any way of stretching the fuel here for the end of this stage?
Let me rewind. There's 51 laps remaining when the caution come out. It's probably about 48 when they get going. So yeah, there should still be another caution.
Ford, Chevy, Crime going to bring them down. That's Jake to the outside, Big Jim to the inside. Who's going to make sure they get down into turn 3 and get that preferred line? Everybody holding on to each other right there, not trying to get too pushy. What's up, Dinkate? He just joined. Big Jim does get it pulled out. There's the 21 of Patton. But Jake, again, seeing more cars in front of him this year, and I think he just gave Big Jim a little bit of a tap there. 42's making a move to the inside. Jim's trying to stay off of him, which was a good job, but he does clip the wall by doing that.
Wow.
Oh,
gosh.
I don't know if that's going to bring the caution out, but...
Pro is up on the pit wall, if you don't see this right now. Pro is literally standing on the pit wall.
I'm going to be honest, and just so I can call it out, in case anybody is wondering possibly later, but this 47 car just cannot handle his car. Every corner he's coming off smashing that wall. And unfortunately, when the guy's on the outside hitting the wall, you can't go to the outside to pass him because there's a wall there, and you can't go below him to pass him because he's going to bounce off it and go all the way to the inside wall, spinning out. So there's just nowhere for people to go, and the 47 is hating it here right now, and it's collecting a lot of other drivers.
Yeah, you just got to be patient.
You know, it's unfortunate too. If you realize that's the scenario, one of the things that'll not, it might cause you a little bit of damage, but stop the cautions from coming out. But if you know that you're tight and you're probably going to hit the wall,
there's a lag because right now Jake is in the middle of coming out of the exit of turn 4 sideways, even though he should be the leader. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but he was completely.
I did not see it. I seen him lined up perfectly.
What I will tell you is, based on what Tatty told me, this will make this probably a fuel mileage race if there's no more cautions to the end of this stage.
No, they're actually still just outside of that. They're at about 42 laps, and being it's preset, there's no fuel saving gear, so I would assume these guys still have to pit one more time. But again, one more caution, and I think that's going to take it out of the question. However, again, if you're on that very edge, not only is it fuel at that time, but it becomes tires. Being it's presets, the tire wear could be pretty severe. I know with the customs, I'm finishing my fuel runs at about 25% tire wear, so I don't know if it'll hold for these guys.
Dirt Dog disagrees with you.
Country Caliber hits the apron and gets into El Parco.
Oh, 2 of our front runners from earlier.
And it looks like the 34
Blakey T got involved.
Is still not having a good time out here tonight.
Well,
just remember, guys,
if he drove a Chevrolet,
YouTube, the king is back.
The king is back.
There's no caution for that though. They're still under green flag.
Yep.
No, it really is good to see Blakey back, especially after everything going on. Having a frustration night, this isn't Iowa. Blakey T, he runs pretty good wherever he goes, but just glad to have him back after a little bit of leave absent for him. Cars are now starting to get loose, coming off of 2, going down that backstretch.
Well, in the 12's defense, he kind of got pinched up there by the 19 just a little bit, so it kind of hurt his exit there.
1, the 88 3 wide on exit. 2 gets up into the 1 into the wall. 1 comes down, collects the 47. 1 back into the wall, back down to the bottom of the track, collects.
And Country Caliber is definitely not having a good time. Neither is Dean. Both involved in this accident as well.
Yeah, that was. The 2 and the 1 made contact way back in turns 1 and 2. The 1 never collected it and took up the bottom and the top of the whole track all the way down the backstretch into turn 3, and that's where that incident arose. Again, I was trying to get to it earlier, but if you're in the wall, sometimes the best thing you can do is stop trying to overcorrect it and just ride the wall for a second, and it's going to be for the best, not just for you, but the whole race in general. However, same concept when a caution comes out, and because you were involved in an incident, now you don't have all the damage because you can fix it under the caution, and you restart next to all those cars. But unfortunately, that's the cause of not having green flag laps.
Oh, back to there. There we go. Let's get back up front.
I am just
And
gonna
look
keep
who it
an eye
is,
on
a
that.
guy that has been in numerous accidents. He has been spun. His name is Higgins, and he has got Jake to his outside, sitting on the poles, and we're going to come back down to green flag racing.
See, at this point, I kind of like Blicky T's strategy. He just pulled off and gave everyone about a second lead already, just to avoid any accidents that might happen here, because we are already 3 wide.
And it just happened, too. It looked like I couldn't tell which car that was. It might have been the, no, it was not Jake. It was the orange car, though. You got to be careful coming off a 2. Very high impact point there, as we have all seen. And the 2 comes up and cuts the nose up the 24 just a little bit. Trying to get through that old block.
The 20 just died.
That is Big Dane.
That's what I saw, too. You think he's going to get called back to the pit road by his crew chief again for that damage there, Teddy?
Yeah, Little Greyhound is not happy after that. Luckily the caution's out for Little Dane and Little Greyhound and Big Dane here. Oh man, these names and their pictures, their crew chiefs, they're so close alike that I get confused sometimes.
Oh. Again, thanks for joining in with us tonight. I know everybody out there, they have had issues with the chat party tonight. We are running in a public lobby too, just to get this race on. No qualifying, little bit of a snafu, but we are getting giggity racing in. We will not be denied.
I just want you guys to look at what Mr. Tom Horton just put in the chat, because it is hilarious.
Oh, that's what he always says, to stop touching me. That, we're just going to start calling him Bill Cosby's girlfriend.
Oh, God.
I think I'm going to answer that as Jake and Higgins are going down into turn 1.
Another caution, Duck Humor involved along with Pro and Tackleberry.
These guys now have to be getting upset, though. Wow. They didn't even make it into turn 2.
That's actually really unfortunate. I didn't see what had happened. I was still admiring my beautiful car on pit road. Sending a message, and then by the time I looked up, they were already back on the car.
That honestly might be a record. I've never seen a caution before they even took the green before. That is pretty impressive, honestly, Teddy.
I've seen some weird things, and currently at this point in time in this race, impressed I am not.
Tom Horton, he's going to go over and help his neighbor out. Hey, 3-year-old lady, what's up, Polly? I hope you are joining in and enjoying yourself, and I hope the one and only We Know Miss Dirt Dog, also known as Tom Hort, is helping taking care of you, Miss Polly. So have a good time, enjoy yourself, and be careful this winter, as we're going to get ready to go back under green flag racing, and Higgins and Jake are here we go. Rack 'em and stack 'em, boys and girls.
So that last caution, the record that we had, where they had a caution before they went green, Trout actually lost connection for just a quick second. His car kind of flashed, and that's what that was.
Okay, so, and that's unfortunate for Trout. Again, coming back. Oh, the 24 scrapes that wall. Big Jim taking that Mustang. He says, I'm going to take advantage of that private patent to the outside. Higgins and Jake barely touched. Jake's on the outside. Here comes Private. The number 1. Looks like he is lagging on my screen, because that was a hell of a dive bomb down there. So Nike Boy Will, got to be careful with that. Jake making a move under Big Jim. The 2 cars smacks the wall. Here comes Private Pat and the 12.
And unfortunately, during that 1 car's lag, he took Mr. Big Dane out again. Big Dane, straight up not having fun out here tonight.
Little Greyhound threw his headset. I actually have no idea what he's saying anymore.
It is broken. Jake and now out front. And Tom Horton said, we're going to go smoke 'em, piece 'em, pipe 'em. Well, maybe you know what? You do you, buddy, and enjoy it, and then have fun, and take care. Jake out front in that 24, Pat in second, Big Jim now here in third. Back on board with the 47, who's got Higgins and Nike Boy right in front of him. Probably doesn't want to see that, because Higgins, well, has spun a lot tonight. Maybe will he get collected? We do not know yet. Coming off the wall, coming out of turn 2, no one hits the wall. Oh! Ooh, Higgins touched the 1, so the 1 and 2 make contact. Ooh, and here comes the 1 back onto the 2. Not good.
If anybody out there was wondering how Pudd knew that 24 is in the lead, well, he's in front of all the other cars, so that's how we know Jake is in the lead.
Pretty obvious, right?
If anybody was wondering, yeah.
It's pretty obvious.
I apologize.
Oh.
Yeah.
If people only knew. Here comes Private Pat in the second, trying to chase down Jake. Big Jim not going to give up on that chance to get himself a W in his inaugural race. Or at least signed race. Let's get that correct by Mr. Tatty. And look who is already back there, guys. Making their way up in that 4th position. That is Elite Precision. And we know how deadly he can be, too. Looks like Pro 75 is right behind him. With the one and only UK and Spanker. That is a top-notch fast group right there.
Yeah, they're going a lot faster now than they are when they were under caution. Back to you, McLovin.
Oh, I'm just enjoying watching this 42 and this 4 move up through the field. As long with watching this 11 keep getting put in the wall, which is very unfortunate, but what else can you do? He just needs a little bit more power to get up there, but it'll happen eventually.
I can't with you guys. I can't.
Guys, there's 20 laps remaining here in Stage 2, and then we are guaranteed to have at least one more rack and stack as they get ready to enter Stage 3. As I'm speaking right now, the 32 at Big Jim is all over the tail end of that 24 Exalta Chevrolet of Jake Giroux. His crew chief, the Canadian Destroyer down there, he was telling me that he's not exactly happy with this Dover setup. It's not one of Jake's favorite tracks, and it's showing as he's got a rookie all over his tail end, and that just never happens for Jake.
32 makes a peek to the inside, can't get the move done. He thinks better of it, stays off the wall. Jake's going to lead that one, and here comes Elite to his inside. Great battle for 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Yeah, and here comes Parco. He's in 5th by himself. No cars really like directly getting past or really under pressure. So Parco can drive a little hard. He can. I really like where he's sitting without being under pressure of getting past. He can really evaluate the 14 and the 21, see where they're gaining or losing ground on him, and he can study and make some passes here. I like what this 9 car is doing.
I really heard a myth about a Parco that he won a race at like Vegas or something, but I just couldn't believe it because
you know it's a myth if you say Parco and win in the same sentence.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And we got a caution again. Wow. That worked for Big Dane because he was about to go another lap down as he was right in front of the leaders.
Somebody out there with no power said he's got mo power, baby. Thank you for tuning in to YouTube there, Celtics.
Of all people, out of the quote-unquote Mo-Power gang, I think Celtics has the least amount of power, just because of the name Celtics.
I'm going to be honest, the 11 cars in that camp seem to be the ones with the most power of all the Mo-Powers. Since they've gone over to that name, Celtics has gotten a win, as he won last week at Talladega, as well as Country Caliber won 2 weeks ago in the preset. So the 11 cars seem to be the only Toyotas with Mo power.
No, it's a Toyota. How does it have any power? They steal notes from Chevrolet.
As your team is in Fords tonight, talking about how good the Chevys are. Good job, Puddin'.
Hey, you know what? I'm all right.
Out here in the lead in that 24 Chevrolet, followed by the 21, the 32, the 14. Those are all Fords. So you got one Chevy up there holding it down for you right now. All right, don't everybody talk at once there.
I was just reading something from Nuke out there, and we want to give a big shout out to our one of our own who's helped us up here in the booth, big contributor in Giggity Racing, Races and Custom Trucks on Team Noco, Grim, and something has happened out there, so we want to keep them in their family and their prayers out there.
I'm very shocked right now. Elite Precision just went from, I believe, 3rd or 4th spot back to about 15th. That was a very bad set of corners for him.
21 at Private Pat makes move to the inside of 32. Yeah, and they're still right behind him. I'm keeping an eye on this lead battle. They have stretched it out just a little bit, but there is a great battle back there for 5th, 6th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Again, I love how everybody's not talking over each other. I love it.
I'm just enjoying green flag laps.
I am too. It's kind of peaceful.
Quack comes under the inside right there, making a move on Higgins. So he's going to try to put the Quack on Higgins. Can't get it done that lap.
Yeah, I was in the chat with Quack earlier, and his name is Duck Humor, and he's never actually eaten duck. Like, how can a person like duck that much?
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, how are you gonna? Never mind. That's inappropriate.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
at least go to the Chinese place and get duck sauce.
Yeah, right. Everybody's got panda in. Who doesn't love panda?
Dude, not even a real big fan of Panda Express, to be honest with you.
You know what? Love it. Absolutely love it. Peppered beef and the orange chicken with the steamed rice. Love it, love it, love it. And Jake is starting to pull this away, but the second and third place drivers have the draft. Can they catch back up to him?
And I believe that 32 of Big Jim actually got by Private Patton. Let's see if he can actually run down Jake now. As we got El Parco battling the 12 car here for 4th spot. See if we can get clear of him here.
Parco does get him cleared. Doesn't know. I don't know how he had enough talent to do it. I didn't think he did have, but you know what? Parco trying to take advantage of that public lobby, no qualifying preset cup situation. Season 5 Giggity Racing at Delaware, Dover. I think I said it all.
Yeah, but wrong. It's Dover, Delaware.
Whatever. It sounds good. I'll take what I can get.
You know Parco's got to put a good run together, man. You know Noko. Even we're all praying for him, but he's always out there watching, and El Parco's always trying not to get parked, so he's got to put in these great performances.
Actually, word through the grapevine is if Parco can't come up with a top 5 here, he might get demoted again to the trucks next week.
Oh, it's just straight skips Xfinity right the trucks. That's a heartbreaker right there.
I mean, could be worse. He could be going to Mario Kart.
I was trying to get a trade for him so that we could possibly put him in Mario Kart. Unfortunately, right now he's on the untouchable list on Team Noko. So El Parco will be staying there, just possibly demoted further.
Yeah, at least he's got himself a house.
And I don't know if you've looked at the lead, but Big Jim and Private Patton are on the 24's bumper.
Yeah, and I'm really surprised to see Jake out front.
And Big Dane is fun. Oh, boy.
Pucker Factor 101 right there. Wow.
I thought that was going to be bad. I thought they were just going to drill that 20 car.
I mean, they kind of did. I'm assuming that he was ghosted on their screens. Because on my screen, the 24 went right through the driver's side door of the 20. And Big Dane just definitely became his crew chief, Little Greyhound.
I'm pretty sure Little Greyhound
Top 3 have checked out. Go ahead, McLovin.
In this car and dipped. He is not having a good time. No crew chief needed tonight.
He said, Mick, no. These guys all trying to... This is one of the longest green flag runs we've had tonight, guys.
Leaders are coming to a white flag of the stage.
Okay.
I still haven't seen any bets. I am going to season this just a little bit more as we watch these guys come down and finish stage 2. I just want to know if she'll notice.
I'm expecting to see this 32 try to make a move here coming off on the back stretch. He does. The 24 is going to block. Are they going to catch the apron? Is the 21?
Here goes the 21.
Below the 32. Now below the 24. They're going to be 3 wide. No. 24 holds them off. Here comes 32 on the outside. Jake with the stage win, followed by Big Jim. Private Patton in third.
That is one heck of a way to end that one. Good gracious, I was sitting there watching that. Good call too, Tatty. Good call.
See the racing you can get when you don't have cautions every 5 laps? Amazing.
It is great. Well, tomorrow night, buddy, you and me, McLovin, we will be here. We will be in Custom Xfinity cars. We are going to have to try to do the same thing. Don't forget to tune in for that.
Track, that's going to be pretty difficult.
You know what? I haven't wrecked you once yet this year, but just for that, I'm just kidding. No, kid, don't forget to stay tuned tomorrow night, guys. We do have our preset and custom Xfinity cars. Then we are taking a week off. Especially, I think it's a much-needed week off after the last, 16 hours of this PS4 baloney.
Fake news. After the Xfinity race on Thursday, we have our development on Friday. Then we take a week off.
Okay, so sorry. But you are correct. We are going to rack them and stack them for stage 3. Big Jim and Jake. Do not take away from what everything Ma and Paul there do for us out there in the development series. We cannot take it away. They will be at Indianapolis. And guess what, guys and girls? I think I might show up for that one, too. Really like that track. Got some people I would like to keep an eye on, too. But Big Jim takes that 32 orange on black Mustang and says, bye, Jake. Come catch me. And it looks like Jake's making a move to the inside.
Yeah, it looks like Jake caught him and there was contact made. Unfortunately, we do have lag out number 1 on pit road now is the number 1 of Nike Boy Will.
And private that to the inside of this big Jim right here for the lead. See if he can get it done.
Sorry guys, breaking news. Adidas man Sam just told me that the one car was overheating. They were having issues with water, the water pump on the car, so he has decided to park it in the garage here tonight.
Maybe you should have just left that, that Nike water pump on there. Private Patton's still our leader. Ford Chevy Crime. But Adidas, I don't. You guys kill me.
Fake news because you're still breathing. We can tell because your mouth's still talking.
Alright, we'll do everybody out there and you two favor, and I'll just hush up for a minute. I know.
Oh, fake news. Everybody loves hearing your voice.
Absolutely not. Top 4 trying to make a breakaway, and look who is in that 4th position. The comeback kid himself. The ugliest man on Blakey T Racing YouTube network, Blakey T.
Unfortunately, no caution came out there, and Elite Precision's race might be over. He took a nosedive right into the pit wall. It was not pretty.
On pit road right now too. That's Adam Troutman.
That is, yeah. Good battle for the top 4. They have broken away. Here comes Jake making a move to the inside of the 32. Blakey T's going to stay to the inside. Blakey T does need to realize that is his teammate to the outside, not to overdrive each other. Don't burn your cars up. Help each other. Get around that 24 and 21 as Private Patton is still the leader.
The 32 may actually be burning his car up, as if you look at his paint scheme, it's actually already on fire.
It is on fire, yep.
I'll tell you, don't look. Oh, we got a caution, it looks like. Yep.
That's, now if everybody pits, it's going to be fortunate for Trout, as he was on pit road. Who that's really going to save right now is your points leader, Elite Precision. He had that front end damage, but he did not lose a lap as he didn't pit. So he's going to stay on the lead lap and now have an opportunity to fix all that damage. Alright, good talk, guys.
What? I just wanted to let you have your moment.
Yeah, my moment only takes like 10 seconds, but...
Is that what she said?
Yes, facts.
Oh, God.
Over
How
here
long
at the
is this last
Creamery,
stage?
rank is made in 10 seconds. Right, stage 3, length. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know. Once I go, like, once Blakey G's off the line, I'll have a lap count.
Maybe I should stop eating these candies.
Stage 3 is only like 80 laps.
Okay. So it's like right on the edge of a one-stopper kind of thing on tires and everything. Gotcha.
Yeah, they're at 70 laps remaining right now. Oh, right. Dang it. It keeps just putting it on me, and I just keep having to look at my own car.
Private Patton's taking him around. Then it goes Jake and Big Jim. Here comes Blakey T trying to make a move to the outside. Country Caliber in that 11 worked his way back up through the field. Everybody using those patience. Not everybody, but I do believe I see a Duck Humor car around there somewhere too. Quack, quack.
Yeah, I'm watching the back of this pack right now. Actually, you got the 14 and the 9 nose to tail. That's El Parco and Elite Precision. That's our points leader in El Parco. He's trying to get himself in on points. He's going to need a win to lock himself in as he joined this series a little bit late. But these guys have a lot of work to do to be able to get up here and be battling for the lead again.
Now, that is another good question. Parco, Race, and Customs. He came down here. Now, what happens if somebody gets traded from series to series? Does that mean they missed that 6th race cutoff?
Yeah,